In this video, we'll learn what a library is in p5js. A library is extra code that extends or adds to the default p5js functionality. A library is usually a set of specialized functions and or objects that deal with a specific task. For example, we have libraries for playing sounds, creating user interfaces, and many other applications. Just like checking out books from a physical library, we can pick and choose specific p5js libraries to add into our code. There are two main types of libraries in p5js, core and contributed. Core libraries are automatically included within your p5js sketch. Currently, p5sound is the only core library, and just like the name, it deals with playing sounds in the browser. Contributed libraries, on the other hand, are coded and developed and maintained by members of the p5js community. And you can find about 40 libraries on the p5js site. This is one of the coolest features of p5js in the fact that it's open source. That means anybody can make contributions to its code and extend its use into ways that the original developers may not have anticipated. Let's jump into our browser, and here I am on the p5js library website. So you can get to this through the Libraries tab on the navigation menu. And if you scroll down, you can see we have links to core libraries, as well as about 40 community developed libraries. So just to name a few, we have libraries for communicating with Bluetooth devices, controlling robots, and making buttons. So let's talk about how to find detailed information about a p5js library. And on the libraries page, I'll go ahead and click on p5sound. And this links us to the reference page specifically for that library. So it's important to remember that library code is not covered in the main reference page. Instead, each library has its own specific reference page that's linked from the main libraries page. And a reference page for a library is going to include an explanation of all the functions, objects, as well as some examples. So I can see here the p5sound library gives some descriptions of the different objects we'll be dealing with. And in a really similar format to the main p5 reference, we can click on any of these functions or system variables and get more details and examples of how they work. So let's jump back one page here so we can look at these links to GitHub, which host the code that make up the library. So if we're working with a contributed library, we'll often need to copy that code into our sketch. And now that you know what a library is, we'll be able to cover those steps in a different video.